Welcome, guys. Here on the podcast, we're going to talk about Sunderland abroad. The three of you, can you introduce yourselves?
Yep, my name's Emin. I do biomedical science. I'm in my final year, and I went to America.
Lovely.
My name's Jamie. I'm a third-year adult nursing student, and I too went to America.
Yes.
And my name's Lucy. I'm the study abroad assistant on the study abroad team. And I did a year abroad when I was at uni, which is why I got into the role a bit. And I just help organising the incoming and outgoing students on placements and yeah.
Lovely. So, what is Sunderland abroad? Like, if you were to try and describe it to someone.
So it's basically the study abroad programme at Sunderland for outgoing students. And it's basically you can go on a full year, one semester or short programmes, which they'll talk about a bit. And the idea is that it replaces a year. So if you go on a full year, it replaces the second year of your studies, which is quite unique because at other unis, you normally have to take like a full year out of your studies, even to just do a semester or whatever. So it obviously doesn't add any extra time on it. But yeah, you just transfer your credits and get the chance to study at a different institution. And we've got institutions in Asia, Europe and America. So yeah.
Really cool. What type of studies did you do? Like, how long were they? Like, what types were they?
So I was away for a month, 4 weeks, and I went to North Carolina at Duke University. I was a part of the School of Nursing. We did 1 week of placement and 3 weeks of lectures with students from 8 other countries around the world. And generally really interesting few weeks. Brilliant to meet loads of new people. So
Yeah, what about you?
Yep, I went there for 1 year. I went to Goucher College. I attended all the classes. So I took biological science classes. So we were considered like freshmen. Like we weren't as different as exchange students or other international students. We were just considered like Goucher students. Yeah. So we fully submerged ourselves into the American culture.
I was going to say, yeah, like, what was the biggest difference? Like, how did you find, like, kind of, like, adjusting into the American culture?
The difference was, like, a big difference compared to universities here and colleges over there. Like, let's say it's a bit more, like, relaxed, especially my college. My college was a liberal arts one, and it was a bit more, like, high school vibes, let's say. Yeah. Like, going into your classrooms, like, smaller classes. Yeah. You have your like typical lockers and stuff like that, and and then even like with work as well, like with assignments and stuff here, we have like our grades are based on exams, whereas over there was based more on like your attendance in class, your participation, and yeah.
Cool. And like you had less time, but like how did you find that difference of like going over to America? Like what did you take away from like being there for a month?
I mean, one of the biggest things was away from the university side of it was the driving. I didn't understand the driving, the road laws. Like there's red lights everywhere, and they still turn, they still go for it. But
they don't have roundabouts, do they, in America?
They don't have roundabouts. It's all crossroads. It's just wrong. It's wrong. But in terms of uni, like universities over there, it's a huge part of their life. So like even we were there from the end of July to the end of August. And when the freshmen and like all the freshers came in, they had moving vans just for like one student stuff, and they had a full-on event just for freshers.
They literally take on the college experience, like the college experience.
Yeah, like you would see in films.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
that's so cool.
Yeah.
It's worthwhile. Like I think the money that they pay for it, like you making you
yeah, you need an event just to celebrate.
How did contribute to your actual studies? Like, do you feel like it actually helped, or do you feel like it was more for the experience?
For me, academically, it did help a lot in the sense of I got to experience different lab settings, international lab settings, working with lecturers and professors that were quite renowned in their fields, and talking to them and their experiences, and having different influences come in to the school and different scientists to talk and have them type of that type of experience was amazing for me.
Yeah.
Because I got to see that perspective of things, and not from a UK point of view, from like an international, like a US point of view.
Oh, you, James?
So I'm trying to work something from America into my dissertation
Okay.
in my final year, which has proven difficult
Okay.
because it's all very American-based research, but I want to base it in the UK. But in terms of career, I want to kind of take a bit of a swerve on it, and I want to go down public health routes. So I'm thinking of a master's now. I'm thinking of doing extra stuff. I don't want to just go straight into practice. I want to kind of top myself up a little bit more, and kind of base a career on something I've learned in America,
Lovely.
because it was just so beneficial. To be fair.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds really, really good. Like, so people want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, what would be the requirements?
So basically they would get in touch with like the study abroad team. So the email's just study.abroad@sunderland.ac.uk. And they would just let us know like what course to study, where they would want to go and how long for. And it's open to quite a lot of different courses depending on what like length of time you want to do. So I think it's good that we've got Jamie here, for example, because nursing isn't something that you can go away for a full year, because obviously you've got your placements, but you can do like the shorter summer programs, and that's the same for like other courses where you require placements. And then other ones like business and things, you can go away for like the full year. But we have to check with your program leader that just basically your modules map up. But that's something we can just go through like together. And also, if you go away for a semester or a full year, your courses have to be taught and assessed in English.
Okay.
So yeah, but we've got partners and we've got like an exchange website basically who links us up with a lot of partners, and you can see that there's quite a lot that actually do offer English courses. So
Nice.
yeah.
Lovely. So like from your time there, like from like learning and experiencing it, what would be like a piece of advice you'd give to someone if they were going to do it themselves?
Go for it.
Yeah, that's what exactly what I was gonna say. Go for it.
Anything in particular? Like, I mean, so it's obviously, it's very easy to say something like that, but if you were to think back, I think the best thing to think of is like, from what you know now, if you were to tell yourself one piece of advice from day one of landing in America, what would that be?
Embrace the entire experience.
Okay.
Do absolutely everything that you can.
Life's
so
too short.
yeah, exactly. Fortunately for me, everything was covered either by Sunderland University or Duke University, and we did everything. But I feel like I got everything because I continued to do everything that I could, and being able to just do the social aspects of it as well, all of the lectures, and then having free time and spending it with the other students, Leah from London, who I went with, just being able to do as much as you can.
Yeah.
And also remember, like, you're not alone, because you have the Sunderland team, the study abroad team here, which are like amazing. And like, I'm not like, every time I had ups and downs there as well. I've been in the hospital there as well. And having them, like, you can text them, you can email them, knowing that you're still a Sunderland student, that you have someone to look back to, and have someone there for you as well is a good thing. And to keeping that in the back of your mind, and also obviously in following up, embracing that experience.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's a good point as well, because I forgot to mention, but like the programs are exchange based, so
Okay.
you're still like a student at the Uni of Sunderland, so you still have like access to all of the support, and like you still pay fees to the Uni of Sunderland, so like that doesn't change in that aspect, but you obviously get like the amazing experience abroad. But yeah, I would recommend anybody to do it as well. You want to go back as well, don't you, Jake?
I want to go back to Duke University. I want to do a master's in something, probably is public health.
It changes the outlook of life.
It
Like,
really
honestly,
does.
and it actually does. Like, you meet so many different people, your mindset broadens, you open your mind to so many different things that you've never thought of, and you come back. And I don't know how I've had a reverse culture shock when I came back. I was like, why are people acting so different? Why is this and that? And you start thinking these little things, and you're like, oh wait, there's so much more to this
To
than
life, yeah.
There was one thing I was really happy to get back to, and it was because it was so warm and so humid over there, was just British weather. Just rain and wind and just fresh air. As soon as I got off that plane back in London, I was like, thank the Lord, I'm home. I am home.
That's so funny.
But it was like 36 degrees all the time.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
To be honest,
One
I'm
thing
not-
that you said earlier though that I'm actually quite interested in is you said you went to hospital. I want to hear that story.
So I had my appendix removed. I had appendicitis as well as I broke my ankle. By the way, I
How
done
did that
these.
happen?
So appendicitis was 1 hour, unfortunate. I mean, a night before flying to Miami for my fall break, and it just happened all of a sudden. And like, shout out to Goucher College. Like, my study abroad advisor there, she was an amazing woman, and she helped me a lot. And she obviously said, go to the hospital, do this, do that, and help me. As a Brit, like, the stereotypes of American hospitals and the American bills and this and that, like, it was so scary, but went through it. And then with my ankle, I went roller skating. I done the roller skating experience that you see in, do you know that Stranger Things episode of
A very big ring.
where she's in the ring.
And there's like some 80s music going.
Yes, literally that. And I was cruising after it, and then just unfortunately, like, I fell and I broke my ankle. And that experience was crazy at the time. And having my friends around me there was, I think, the best thing that could ever happen, because it didn't make me think about my family as much. But everything.
Did you have any similar stories, Jamie? Anything happen in your month? I suppose that a year would have more likely something go wrong.
Well,
a month, like, something could go wrong.
So we landed the Monday. We did introduction and tours and stuff Tuesday, Wednesday. Placement was Thursday, Friday. Woke up the Monday morning ill. Ended up with COVID. Isolated in the hotel for a full week.
Oh my God.
And then had to go around America wearing a face mask for another week.
God.
It was ruthless.
Yeah, something like that. Like,
Travel like 3,000 or something miles. Got COVID.
Oh my God.
But I also had, like, I feel like the highs and the lows, they like balance.
Yeah.
They probably
Like,
make
with
the experience,
it makes the
don't they?
experience. Like, my 1 year, like, all the highs was the travel. I travelled everywhere.
Yeah.
Every opportunity I had was travelling.
You're finishing up shortly, but I liked how you just said there, like, you kind of went through your week a little bit. Could you, like, kind of maybe go in detail, like, what your Monday to Sunday was like?
So social stuff was planned generally on the weekend, but there were still some things for after lectures, Monday to Friday. But Monday to Friday, for the entire cohort from around the world, we started about 9 o'clock, lectures up until the afternoon, and then in the afternoon we would have dinner and then come back and do our group presentation work. But myself and Leah from London, we had an extra week on top of everyone else to go and do placement in the university's partnered hospital.
Yeah.
And it was just observational, but still amazing. And that was just 7 till 2 in the afternoon.
Nice.
So it was still brilliant. And that
Amazing.
was 5 days of that.
Yeah, and what was your Mondays to Sundays like?
So Monday to Friday, attend the classes. And then even, like, after classes, the evening times, there would be, because
So you'd have a class in the morning and a class in the evening?
like, class in the morning, afternoon, but the evening time, because my accommodation was on campus.
Oh, okay.
So during like the evening time, if there was like a society event, social event, we would attend that. But like weekends were more traveling. So I was like 1 hour away from DC.
Yeah.
So we would go there quite often, or we would take a bus to New York or a train to New York.
Nice.
And then just like
yeah. And how long would a train take to New York?
from Baltimore, it was 2.5 hours,
Still,
and then
that's
to
crazy.
DC was only half an hour.
Oh my God.
And it was just crazy.
Yeah.
And then
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So, like, if someone wanted to do this and was interested, like, what would they do?
So yeah, just get in touch with us. But I would say before you get in touch with the study abroad team, think about how long you would want to go for, and like how long you're comfortable with going for as well, because like different people do different things. And then also where you would want to go maybe.
Yeah.
And you can get in touch with us and we'll let you know like if your course is eligible as well. And we are updating the website as well. So like the information should be on the Study Abroad website soon. But you can just look on there. But we're open to like any questions.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
That's great, thanks. Thanks, guys. I'm very jealous. I'd love to do a Sunderland abroad now. That was great.